On my way home from Northfield Park, it is Saturday evening. Well and Down just raced good. I kind of get trapped in a blind switch down the backstretch, charging down the lane. Probably paced 54 and 4, 55, something like that, but raced well in doing it. Had a good week. A good week at the track. Now we're not racing anything tomorrow. Oso Pine gets one more week, so he'll race next Sunday. But for today, what do we have happen this week? I'm a Lovely Lady was a winner on Tuesday. Now, many of you know both Travis and I tested positive for COVID last, 9 days ago, 8 days of Friday afternoon. A lot of people asked, well, how were you able to drive on Tuesday when you tested positive on Friday? Well, the rule in Ohio was 10 days from your first symptoms. My symptoms were the most mild symptoms. It was almost embarrassing thinking of all the people that had and are and will suffer from COVID-19. The symptoms I had, I wouldn't even categorize as a cold. But 10 days from those symptoms, you're cleared to go back to work. To be safe, Tuesday I took a test and I had tested negative. But Travis and I were talking about it and we're like, well, we tested negative. Maybe there are false positives. I couldn't taste for like 5 days. My taste is just coming back now. So I suspect it was. And then you read in the news about the New York Yankees organization, how they were also vaccinated like me with Johnson & Johnson and ended up testing positive for COVID, all asymptomatic except for one player. And that's how I would categorize what I went through, absolutely asymptomatic, and Travis also. So a little bit of a surprise, but it's over and done with. I've had COVID now, and I was vaccinated, so bring on the summer. We had a great week, as I said. I'm a Lovely Lady, raced great, win 157 and 4, raced very, very, very good. Come out the next day, trained some babies behind the gate, they were good. Trained some babies the next day behind the gate, they were good. The babies in Ontario are coming along nice. The only crappy news of the season was the concern we had with Will to win Hanover. She ended up tiny line on the outside wing of her foot. She'll recover 100%. The prognosis is excellent, but it will cost her the stake season. So that's how something so small can play such a major role. But at the same time, she'll be back. Here's a filly that was, as you can tell, a little mentally immature. So a little bit of time off to gather your thoughts and grow also. Not just that line in her foot, but the rest of her body, cool down, solidify all those joints. She'll be a better horse for it, hopefully. So some bad news for the present, but maybe it might end up being the best thing for her in the future. So Will to Win Hanover shut down for the season. The other fillies, Kathy with an Eye is recovering from the pneumonia she got over a month ago. Probably going to cost her the rest of the year also. So there's two fillies that, although they might not qualify till the end of the year, if at all in 2021, they will qualify and they will get to the races, I believe. The other 45, Direct Path, still on track. All of our horses have either trained in 2.5 and 3 to 2.8 or let's say 2.6 to 2.8. A couple of them made breaks, but still look good in doing their work. A couple of them that made the breaks, I went again with them slow miles today. They were very, very good. Made some adjustments. Obviously very optimistic about next week for them. So the babies all went well. On both sides of the border, I had a glowing report from Johnny McKinnon today about the horses he went with. The one that stood out the most that I was actually quite interested about, Miss Mildred. He said, Anthony, I could barely get her pulled up. He said, I sat third, moved her over to the lane. She sprinted by the horses, and he said, I had a death grip on her going under the wire. It still doesn't equate to stake wins and trophies and money, but at the same time, an awful good feeling there for a filly that had made a break in her last training set that we saw here in Ontario. So speaking of sets, what does that mean for us? What are we going to do this week? Just got off the phone with the video department at Northfield Park. We're go from Wednesday on this side of the border. Now it's not all seamless. War We Welcome is Indigo Wednesday, race 3. I can make a later race, but I can't make race 3 with going with the babies. It's supposed to rain here on Thursday, so Wednesday's a must. Now, I just spoke to Hunter Myers. The way War We Welcome's racing and how quick she is off the gate, you're going to get spotted. You're going to get a good trip. Make the most of it. So, Hunter Myers is going to drive War We Welcome on Wednesday. We're going to go with the babies here. 4 sets of 5 and 1 set of 6. I've hired Luke Ebersol. It's more of a volunteer position. Luke Ebersol and Chris Lems are going to come out. Two drivers that went with them the other day. Good drivers here at Northfield Park. Good guys, good horsemen. They're going to come in and go with the babies. Now Travis won't be here because as busy as I am and I can't make it for War We Welcome, Travis and Jason are racing 3 horses in Indiana. We have That's My Girl, Fox Valley Britska, and Italian Grit all going to Hoosier Park on Wednesday. Travis Henry's going to go drive them. Jason's going to go with them. I'm not sure if anybody else from the barn is going. Possibly, yes. So Travis won't be here on Wednesday, so we'll have Brody. I found Brody 4 horses that he'll get along real well with. He's gone well with, so he can stay on them. Luke Ebersol, Chris Lems, myself, and another kid that we'd hired over here, a driver, done very well. I noticed got a good set of hands on him. This kid also, Justin Irvine, is going to go with some of the babies. So that's going on Wednesday. We got Hunter on War We Welcome. Travis and Jason going to Indiana. I'm going to stay here, and Luke Ebersol, Chris Lems, myself, Brody LeCane, and Justin Irvine are going to go with all the horses. What else went on this week? Compass Rose DC qualified grade. She's tough, man. We got her back in Tuesday. Right back in Tuesday. I would have liked to wait a week maybe, but we got her in to go. She'll be fine. Oh, back it up. Tuesday, what do we have going on? That's next week. Hold on. War We Welcome is Wednesday. Compass Rose DC is Tuesday. Frilly Fringes is Tuesday. Then we have War We Welcome and the babies. That's the same day as That's My Girl, Italian Grit, Fox Valley Britska. We have horses in here on Wednesday night also. Ooh, who do we have in? Can't remember. We have horses in though. I know we do. Who else raced last week? Brave World. Huge mile from Brave World at Northfield Downs. I believe that was the open. 1:54.3. Big mile for him. He's starting to like the Michigan air. He'll stay there right throughout the rest of the racing season. Timo Houdini didn't get in, but he'll be in to go next Friday. So there you have it. I'm a Lovely Lady was a winner. Fox Valley Britska race good. Italian Grit made a little break, but gonna make a few little changes to him. He'll be all right. He's going to Indiana on Wednesday. Glare AM was awesome last week. Just jogged in 56-1. Now I got to book a plane ticket. I'm going to Philadelphia Friday to drive at Glare AM and Won My Heart Hanover in the Stallion Series. First Sire Stakes, first Stallion Series of the year. Glare AM was awesome. Just the most effortless winner. Actually made me look like a good driver. She was very good in 1:56-1. Won My Heart got roughed up a bit that day, finished 5th, but she'll bounce back. Just so much going on right now. Brave World was good, and then coming into this week, as I said, we have the race on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure in Philadelphia. Now, as we talk about the babies, everybody's going to be asking, okay, who did what? I'm going to give you some highlights. I talked to Johnny quickly, see if I can. Arches Rainbow was very strong. Tioga Sunshine. I hadn't talked to Harry yet. He said his horses trained good, but I didn't get a synopsis of how good or who did what. I do know that Johnny McKinnon told me Blue Bayou Dio. I had her slated to come over, and he said, geez, I wish you'd leave her here. Man, she was really good at Mohawk. So we will. We'll leave her in the care of Johnny McKinnon for Mohawk. Mario, I talked to Mario today. He said the only horse he had an issue, Slim Jimmy had a high nail or got cast or something. Wasn't 100% on his left hind, but there was no indications there was any issues of any kind. He had jogged a couple of days. This is not the same scenario as Wildwin Hanover. I have no concerns with Slim Jimmy just yet. So they didn't go with him, scratched him today. Not a big deal. He'll bounce back in a couple of days. So what did we have? Renegade Gypsy was very good. 2-6 with World 4-2. Mario said they were both very good. He said the one that surprised him the most today was Stonebridge Hikati, which is awesome because that's the one we're keeping our eye on. How's he looking? He's made breaks. You know, he's not really, he doesn't seem to maybe be up to snuff with the other horses just yet. That was my look at him when I left. But you could see that there was talent there. There was one, he's a half-brother to our boy, Stonebridge Simba. More importantly, half-brother to a very good sire and man of many missions. Very good family overall. So good things going on there. He had a nice gait. when I look back at Stonebridge Simba as a 2-year-old, always a little rickety, didn't always look comfortable, a little bit like this guy, but didn't have the same, that's how close our house is to Northfield Park. Always had talent, but just didn't show me yet that he had put it all together. Some days he looked good, and other days he didn't. Mario said he was fantastic this week, so that's good. Taiwan On was good. Twinkle in Her Eye was good also. I didn't get an update on Grace. I wonder how she did. He said Garden State Dio was good. Mischievous Rose bounced back well. Miss Mildred, he said, was absolutely awesome. Very happy. Almost there, boss. Again, Harry said his horse were good. I'm going to ask for a more direct update on how each horse did very soon. Mario was thrilled with World for 2. Now, the horse that also on the trotting side that caught Johnny's eye, he said Resolute Bay was very strong. He said he just moved him over and trotted past him and had a bow in his neck finishing up. Very happy to hear that. Stonebridge Dolce, 1.27 miles. Where'd that come from? She's getting there. Now, Mario also said the horse, he said they went in sets of 2. Slim Jimmy, he said, we decided we come on the track and said, he's just not super comfortable left hind, take him off the track, which is fine. Took him off the track. So he said, I'm going with a more Diener by himself. I don't really know what he's going to do. I get over the half in 6 in a bit. I cut him loose. He went a mile in 2.6, wrapped up. Last half 59, last quarter 29. He said he was absolutely awesome. Rosie's Masterpiece was good. Twin Bee Habanero, got an update from Greg Wade and Cindy. Duke Dio 220, Twin Bee Habanero 215, which is good. More than I thought he'd be going. So happy to see those 2 horses are catching up quickly. And then here in Ohio, super thrilled with Rose Above It. Little grabby, but faster than anybody this week. He was good. Prairie Fire was great. I don't want to keep going through all the horses we went with. I was super happy with. I'm gonna give a top 10 list this week. After I talk to Harry, I'm gonna make a top 10 list. My top 10 list this week of what I see happening right now. I'm trying to look at any of the horses. Hill of Magic looked fantastic today. Here's a filly that Justin Irvine's been going with. He said she was great today, great the other day. Very happy with her. 1-2 skip a few. Massive Profit. I put the hobbles back on Massive Profit. Just trained him a slow mile today. He just felt like a different horse. So I'm excited to see how he's going to do on Wednesday's training sets. I'm just looking for the overall horses here. And Voyage of Ice and Fire was tremendous. Travis said to me today, no wonder you like this horse. He's like a robot. He was very good. Bomb Hugger was good. Just very happy with everybody. I can't wait till Wednesday. I know you guys, after being cooped up in Ontario and having everything locked down, not having much to look at in our home province, you're desperately looking for some content. You're going to find it this Wednesday. We're going to go with Wednesday morning around 220 speed in Ontario. Back them up as they all went fast this weekend. But here in Northfield Park, you're going to have a little double feature Wednesday morning from Ontario. Should be able to get those guys over by 11 and then right into four schoolers, literal baby schoolers for us. We're going to go around 2.6 again. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how these horses are going to go on Wednesday. So that is it. Very happy with the way things are turning out here in Northfield Park. Obviously wasn't super pumped about COVID, but that's an afterthought now. We've moved past that. June 2nd, when you are opening up in Ontario under strict restrictions, the masks come off here in Ohio, which I can't wait for. I mean, just the idea to get back to some form of normality is so exciting, right? You feel like a kid on Christmas. It's just been a terrible, terrible time in this entire generation's life, this entire year, and the idea that we're starting to get past it now is very exciting, very exciting. So, obviously not the longest video, but at the same time, wanted to bring you last week. We had a lot of luck at the track. Very happy about that. Stakes are starting this week in Pennsylvania with, they started last week in Ohio, but this week in Pennsylvania with Aglaire AM and Won My Heart Hanover. We will be sending Sweet Ambitions to Massachusetts. I think she is a great fit for those classes there. What else? Philly Fringe is going to race in the maiden here. Just got a lot going on this week. Things are working well. Every horse we have in Ohio right now has a clear path to race, either a good class to race in, a clear path to the races, or has found its way to the winner's circle. So things are rosy here in Ohio. Can't wait. We had the news that they're going to try and get the qualifiers back going May 27th in Ontario with a June 3rd starting date. That is the tentative start date for Ontario. It's worked out well. I told all our trainers, again, I want them all ready on the 20th. There is no reason they shouldn't be ready for the 27th, and they should all be into race on the 3rd. So that is what we're looking at here at thestable.ca. I hope you guys have had a good week. I had a great week. I'm not going to do any more videos tonight. No more videos tonight. I'm going to do the rest of my videos tomorrow on Sunday morning and afternoon. I will talk to you all very, very soon. I hope it's sunny and nice as it is where you are, as it is where I am right now. It is a beautiful night here in Northfield, Ohio. Take care.